Hello there, Julia Bloom here, bringing you a fake natural makeup look. I've got fake eyelashes, a fake bronze. It's great for events, and I hope you like the look. To start off, I'll begin by cleansing my skin with a makeup wipe. This is actually a baby wipe from Young Living, the Seedlings brand, and it's great. It smells like lavender, it does the trick, and I couldn't be bothered to find my makeup wipes, honestly. So here I always start with a highlighting primer. This one is the Magic Lumi. It's got a little bit of bronze tinge to it, which helps. I am going to be adding sort of a fake glow here in a second, but I like to start to hydrate my skin. Blend that all over. We're ready to go. Next is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in bronze, and this is a really great gel formula. It's really thin, so it's not too gloopy and sits well just by itself or underneath foundation. I'm actually not using foundation for this look. Then I'm going to go in with a Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color Light, and I'm going to draw a pretty highlighted shape here. So this is triangles that are underneath my eyes, extending from the end of my nose upward towards my ear. And that helps to lift that area. I've got some pretty dark shadows that appear there, top of my lip, and then on my chin and any discoloration and darkness. And then on my forehead. Looks good, doesn't it? Next, I'll pounce that out and blend it with a damp mini beauty blender. And of course, I'll want to blend this out at this point, but it does look pretty crazy. If you stopped here, I'd look like I had way too much powder on or a light concealer, but don't worry, we're going to bronze it up and it'll look like contour. Then I sped up this part of the video because I spent a long time concealing individual spots, blemishes, and discoloration. As I said, I didn't want to use a foundation that was really heavy because I wanted my skin to look totally, completely natural. I wanted that to kind of play off of the fake lash, kind of fake bronze thing I have going on with a really, really simple looking skin. But trust me, it is not simple to do. You've got to take the time, find every tiny little freckle, every tiny little piece of discoloration and cover it up. Then over everything that you've concealed, you want to set that so it doesn't move or budge throughout the day as you make expressions with a matte powder. Next, set those under eyes. Every time I blink, it creates creases and fine lines underneath my eyes. And so I use a fluffy brush that has sort of a tulip shape to it to get right up underneath those eyes. Ooh, sorry, the lighting went a little crazy there. But I always do that step to make sure that it doesn't budge. Next is my favorite bronzer, the Morphe bronzer, with my favorite bronzer brush. By Real Techniques, that's the multi-purpose face brush, and in sort of a C shape, I'll go up around my hairline, down my temples to the tops of my cheekbones. I'm also going to bring that onto my eyelids, a little bit on the top of my nose, just to make it look that much bronze. And then of course down my neck to make everything match. Again, my second time using this bronzer, I'm actually going to use this as my eyeshadow. I love this trick. It always ends up looking really natural and cohesive, or if you've got the same color on your skin as you do on your eyelids, just to create a little bit of definition. You'll notice I'm using really, really teeny mini circle motions on the outside of my eye and the outside third, and then sweeping motions back and forth to create contour. On to blush. This is the Luminoso blush by Milani. You can get it at the drugstore, which is great, and a really ancient brush with really fluffy bristles to make sure that the color doesn't get too intense on the apples of my cheeks. I just want a tiny bit of blush here. The look I'm going for is really bronze, but I'll add those to my lids too and the top of my forehead to bring it all together. And then again, we're going to go in with that bronze color, kind of a highlighter. This one is the Wet n Wild one. It's golden, and I sweep that on the top of my cheekbones and anywhere that I want the light to naturally hit, on the top of my lip as well. I'm going to take this On The Go palette by, I believe it's City Color. I'm going to use this really intense white shade to highlight and lift my brows. I use a flat synthetic brush, and right underneath my brows, I just add that highlight. I think it really lifts the brow without adding too much color to your eyeshadow. And then on the inner corner as well, to bring that same sort of light and brightness. Take a clear brow gel and sweep all of your brow hairs, up in the same direction. And then you can follow up with whatever brow routine you normally have. I like to use my spoolie and a micro pencil to do this job. It creates a really natural looking brow, and I'm just kind of focusing on the front of the brow and the tail. I don't want to look too heavy, but it's a pretty simple routine. And once I've done the other eye, I'm good to go. And I'm going to go in one more time with that clear brow gel just to make sure that all of the hairs stay in place all day. I'm going to use Scandalize eyeliner. It's really nice. It does blend really well. I don't know that it lasts all that long, but it works really nicely if you're going for a really blended eyeliner. I don't really want any harsh lines. I do focus the color on the outer third of my eye, kind of winging it out just very slightly to kind of create more of an almond shape for my eyes. And then I'll take an angled synthetic brush with really, really stiff bristles, and I'll kind of scrub my lash line to get that really blended, sort of faded out eyeliner look. You really can't tell that I'm wearing much eyeliner in person, and I like that. Another thing I like to do with my eyeliner is kind of sweep it, whatever is remaining on the brush, sort of underneath my eyes afterwards. I don't bother to put additional color down there, but it does help to kind of bring everything together and bring a little bit of definition underneath my eyes as well. Next, I'm going to give my eyelashes a quick curl. And then we'll follow in with our first coat of mascara. This is a L'Oreal mascara, and I'll just start with adding one coat, really focusing on the roots. I am going to add some fake lashes, so I won't spend too much time doing that. My second coat is going to be my Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect on top and bottom lashes. Then this is a really great trick. I use a liquid liner to actually line the upper waterline. It takes a little bit of practice. You go up underneath your lash line and sort of darken that skin that creates the gap between the white of your eyeball and the sort of really dark color of your mascara. I find it really makes a thick looking lash line without having to go too heavy into your eyeliner. You do have to make some pretty crazy faces as you're trying to do that though. Next are false eyelashes. I like to use the Ardell and the Duo Glue. The Ardell ones are really great little clusters. You can buy them without knots at the end so that they don't look too thick, but just placing a couple on the outsides of your eyes, going back and forth, making sure that you've got equal numbers on either eye to make sure that it's balanced. Then I follow up with a nude eyeliner on my lower waterline to bring some definition down there, but also make me look really awake and contrasts well with brown eyes. Next, quick swipe of the old chapstick. And then I'm going to follow up with a really nice matte nude lipstick. I also like to top this with a pretty sort of glittery nude gloss. I'm not sure what brand this is, but it doesn't really matter. It's just whatever gloss you have. And that's pretty much it. We're finished. I hope you enjoyed the look and have fun recreating it.